What if every single move this summer is secretly calculated to redefine the balance of power in the Western Conference? What if those hush whispers about front office maneuvers are actually the prelude to a seismic shift that could leave the Lakers scrambling for answers? What if the real battle isn't waged in the paint, but behind closed doors, where trust is tested and ambitions clash like titans? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, your ultimate source for unfiltered purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you don't miss a beat of this roller coaster ride. Now, let's dive deeper than ever before into the swirling drama that started with a seemingly straightforward trade, only to spiral into a tangled web of uncertainty and high-stakes gambits. Picture the Nuggets, fresh off savoring championship champagne, believing they'd filled the missing puzzle piece with Jonas Valanciunas, a rock-solid, bruising presence in the post to shoulder the weight off Nikola Jokic's MVP-caliber back. When they shipped out Dario Saric and snapped up JV, the world breathed a sigh of relief. Denver's fortress would finally have the architectural reinforcement it craved. But then came the twist nobody saw coming. Rumors ignited about Valanciunas eyeing a Greek odyssey to Panathinaikos, BC, a detour so unexpected it threatened to unravel Denver's master plan before it ever got off the drafting table. Jonas himself stepped into the fray to douse the fires, branding the chatter a fragile bubble popped by the tiniest pinprick of misinformation. Once the trade is finalized, we'll sketch out the plan for Denver, he insisted. The calm in his voice belied the storm of speculation swirling around his next destination. Yet, beneath that composed exterior, questions still loom. Can Denver's brass rebuild the trust they risk fracturing? Can Jokic adapt to sharing the limelight with a center who might not even step through the Nuggets' locker room door? And more importantly, if trust cracks early, can a dynasty survive long enough to prove its mettle? Speaking of Jokic, the three-time MVP's extension saga adds another layer of suspense to this high-stakes off-season thriller. As Bennett Durando of the Denver Post reported, Jokic declined to ink a new deal before the offseason, betting on his own market value climbing even higher, potentially up to an extra $80 million by summer 2026. This is the man who carries the Nuggets' identity on his shoulders, playing a patient long game that reminds us all that sometimes loyalty is measured not by haste, but by calculated restraint. Denver holds the leverage of his current contract for 2 more seasons plus an opt-in. Yet they've already started to reshape the supporting cast with guards Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway Jr., along with sharpshooter Cameron Johnson, a trio of additions whispering, "We're not just defending a title. We're evolving for the next chapter." And here's where Lakers' hearts should pound a little faster. If Denver's plans falter even slightly, it opens a chasm for Los Angeles to exploit, to pounce on any ripple of doubt and turn into a tidal wave of momentum. After all, we've seen how the Lakers once rode the perfect confluence of timing, chemistry, and sheer willpower to hoist banners, and we've witnessed their crashes when opportunities slipped through their fingertips. Now, imagine Denver's cohesiveness splintering under the weight of a botched VB plan and an unsettled MVP, the kind of chaos that could hand the Lakers a gilded chance to surge past a wounded foe. Picture LeBron James orchestrating his twilight opus against a Nuggets squad on edge, filled with players who never quite felt at home, forced together by rumors instead of conviction. Every screen, every alley-oop, every crunch-time decision would carry the undercurrent of "Can we trust each other?" echo louder than any arena roar. In basketball and in life, timing is the secret sauce. Get it right, and you dine on dynasty. Get it wrong, and you choke on what-ifs. The Nuggets stand poised at a crossroads where ambition and loyalty collide, and their next steps will echo across the league. Will Jonas Valanciunas honor his verbal handshake and step into Denver's spotlight, or will he slip away to greener pastures, leaving the Nuggets scrambling to plug a hole they thought they'd already filled? Will Jokic's patience pay off with a blockbuster summer of freshly inked stability, or will his silence magnify the cracks in Denver's foundation? And if the house of cards trembles, will the Lakers be ready to strike, to seize the jagged edges of that uncertainty and sculpt them into championship gold? As a diehard Lakers fan, I feel the electricity of this moment. Every rumor, every twist, every calculated pause is a pulse pounding in the veins of our purple and gold dreams. The all-season noise might just be the static before the final symphony of our pursuit. So here's my question for you. If the Nuggets' blueprint starts to crumble, how hard should the Lakers push to exploit that weakness? Drop your takes in the comments. Your voice could spark the next viral debate. Let me know, and let's ride this wave together. And speaking of claws, picture Los Angeles watching with hungry eyes as the Nuggets' floor chemistry fractures. What if Bruce Brown's role gets muddled by Valanciunas' late arrival? Could that force Denver to lean too heavily on Tim Hardaway Jr. to create spacing for a center who never felt at home in their system? Meanwhile, what if LeBron James, sensing the discord, tweaks his own preseason workload to peak precisely? When the Nuggets stumble, turning Denver's loss of cohesion into Los Angeles' competitive edge, it's not just a game of X's and O's. It's a high-stakes psychological duel where timing and trust trump pure talent. But let's not forget the wild card, Anthony Davis. If Valanciunas doesn't land in Denver on schedule, does that free AD to roll more freely on both ends, erasing any spacing worries and forcing Denver's guards to overextend in rotations? Imagine AD patrolling the lane with LeBron orchestrating from the elbow, exploiting every gap in a makeshift Nuggets defense. Could this be the masterstroke that catapults the Lakers from contenders to rightful heirs of the West? Or will Davis's foot health and Denver's desperation to plug holes collide in a collision neither franchise anticipated? Then there's the looming specter of trade chatter surrounding a Lakers role player, say, Alex Caruso, in a hypothetical salary-matching deal that would bring in a veteran stretch four to counter Cam Johnson. What if LA's front office uses Denver's uncertainty as leverage, dangling a package that accelerates the rebuild of their bench, while Denver scrambles to keep its nucleus intact? Could a midsummer deal so seismic rattle Denver's framework that even Jokic's ice-cold composure cracks under the pressure? The chessboard grows ever more complex, and every move could rewrite the conference hierarchy. Finally, consider this. What if all of these whispers, leaks, and bubbles are part of an elaborate smokescreen designed by Karnisovas to mask the Nuggets? True Plan 1 so audacious that it leaves both Lakers and media gasping? Could Denver be orchestrating a blockbuster third move, waiting for the Lakers to overcommit before unveiling a surprise trade that reshapes their rotation entirely? If so, will LeBron and AD's championship instincts sniff out the ruse in time, or will they be blindsided by the final gambit, setting the stage for a season where every whisper matters? Drop your theories below, Lakers Nation. It's time to arm yourselves with every insight before the real battle begins. Listen up, Lakers Nation. This isn't just another off-season soap opera to scroll past while you're scrolling for memes. No, this is the heartbeat of basketball destiny, knocking loud enough to rattle the Warriors' splash zone and shake the very foundations of the Crypto.com arena where we've screamed, cried, and bled purple and gold to every dynasty's rise and fall. We're standing at a crossroads where the drama unfolding in Denver isn't just about Jokic's contract or JV's mysterious detour toward Europe. It's a mirror reflecting every soul-crushing moment the Lakers have faced in their own quest for glory. Think about it. MJ's Bulls carved an empire with brutal precision, but Kobe and Shaq's Showtime Lakers rewrote NBA history with flash, grit, and 6 rings, and then there's the relentless grind of the 2020 Bubble Championship. Forged in isolation and grit, a testament to timing, talent, and an unbreakable will. Now, imagine the impact if Denver's fragile union shatters beneath the weight of expectation and whispers of betrayal. Their empire crumbles like a wish castle on a stormy night, the ripples sending echoes across the West. That chaos is pure oxygen for a hungry Lakers squad still nursing wounds, still hungry to reclaim the throne. Still dreaming of that perfect storm where LeBron's twilight years don't fade into quiet disappointment, but explode into a masterpiece of legacy building. Brilliance. But oh, what if the Lakers front office, Jeannie Buss, the queen holding the keys to the kingdom, suddenly faces a seismic shakeup? Because whispers of a billionaire new owner with a vision as grand as Jerry West's shadow begin to infiltrate the Lakers' realm. What if power struggles ignite behind a rose gold curtain, a fierce battle for the soul of the franchise that could either make or break everything? LeBron, the king soldiering on with the weight of a generation's hopes. Anthony Davis, the silent colossus battling injury and expectation. Austin Reeves, the scrappy underdog rising like a phoenix from the ashes of anonymity. And even Bronny, the next chapter waiting in the wings. This isn't a story of isolated stars. It's a tapestry of dreams, fears, and fierce urgency. And if Denver stumbles, the Warriors will smell blood, ready to extend their grip and right. Another chapter of dominance, with Curry's fading magic still burning bright. But what if the Lakers seizing on Denver's instability becomes the spark that finally shatters Golden State's lingering grip on the West? What if Phoenix is hot-blooded? Suns or the Clippers' polished menace capitalize on every crack in Denver's armor. The seismic shifts wouldn't just shake the standings, they'd tear at the very fabric of the NBA's power balance. Yet, inside the madness, I keep seeing echoes of the past. The heartbreak of losing Magic's Lakers in '88, the pain of that 2011 post-Kobe rebuild, the gut punch of losing Lamar Odom and watching the dynasty dissolve. We've been through the fire, and every scar tells a story about resilience, about rising again when it feels impossible. But here's the razor-sharp truth we all need to stare at. Timing kills or crowns legends. A mistimed move, a trust broken. A contract delayed, any of these could pull the rug out from under this Lakers team as surely as a clutch shot rimmed out in the closing seconds of a finals game. Imagine LeBron's legacy if he rides into the sunset with another failed title bid because the West spiraled into chaos, or better yet, imagine him finally transcending, lifting the Lakers once more courtesy of this perfect storm, this fracture in Denver's armor, this moment of reckoning. The stakes aren't just about basketball, they're about legacy, family, power, and that raw, unfiltered hunger written into the DNA of every Laker who ever laced up. So what if Denver's bubble cracks wider, enough to let the West explode into uncharted chaos, dragging LeBron and AD into battles they thought they'd left behind? What if the Lakers' own instability, the pressure cooker of past glories and looming futures, intersects with Denver's dilemma to create one of the most unpredictable, heart-stopping playoff runs we've ever witnessed? And now picture this. What if Jonas Valanciunas is more than just a missing piece for Denver? What if his whispers toward Greece are a smoke screen, a tactic in a high-stakes game of bluff and counterbluff, with the Lakers lurking ready to pounce, reshaping the league's balance with a single clever move? Front offices across the NBA watch, waiting for the next headline to light the fuse, because in this league, rumors turn to trades overnight, and trades rewrite history faster than a Kobe fadeaway. So as I stand here bleeding purple and gold from years of heartbreak and triumph, as a Laker till the day I die, here's what I see coming. The next chapter isn't just about who wins. It's about who withstands the chaos, who claims the throne when empires shake, and who has the courage to write their legacy while the world watches with bated breath. This all-season drama is the pulse of that future, and it's pounding louder than ever before. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your rawest, most unfiltered take below. Every true believer in purple and gold, because this story isn't over until the final buzzer screams. And we're all here to witness every breathtaking, gut-wrenching, glorious second.